Hiya and welcome to a real basic Davinci Resolve tutorial. I'm using 17, free version, but you can also use, this will apply to quite a few older versions. I recommend at the date of this published video, I recommend getting version 16. That'll be fine for what you want. This is predominantly aimed at the guys that I speak to on a Facebook group that I run for the Mavic Mini and the Mini 2. A couple of people have asked me what software you use to do edits, because I think you're limited with the software that you use with DJI. So I recommend Davinci Resolve. It's free, quite a large package, quite a large software package, quite complicated. But we're going to go back to basics. We're going to get a file off of our drones, off of the card, onto the desktop in a folder, edit, add a bit of music, cut and splice it about, and what they call deliver. We'll basically publish it. So it's going to be a real rough and ready video, so I'll be pointing my finger about it. There'll be no screenshots or anything like that, no fancy stuff. I'm just going to point at folders. So I'm going to take the camera off of this tripod here, put it on my desktop, aim at the screen, and you'll see my finger waving about. I hope it helps you out. If it does, like, subscribe. Ask any questions you want at the bottom of the video. It's not a problem. I'm no expert. I've been using it for a little while, this software. I don't do colour grading at the moment or anything like that. I literally get this footage off my drone into Davinci Resolve and publish to YouTube. It comes out quite fine. I'm quite happy with the results so far. I might play about colour grading at a later date, but so let's crack on and see how we get on. So first things first, you need to get your software, your footage off of your drone onto your PC. So you can use any method you like. I use an adapter such as this one, USB, and that takes a couple of different cards in the side. It takes a micro SD straight out of the drone, straight into your PC. What I do is create a folder on my desktop so I know where it is. I move the footage around at a later date to save it, or I delete it. Quite often I delete it, or I save it on an external drive if I'm pleased with it. But quite often, to start off, I create a folder. So there's my folder there, drone 1. And for the sake of this tutorial, I've got 3 clips. They're old clips off my drone, and 2 photographs. They're all out of a DJI drone. I think that's my Mini one that I used to own before it sunk in the fishing lake. So let's start. So let's close that down. Right. Open the software. I'm not worried at this stage about frames per second. I'm just going to drag it in and have a play about with it. I'm using public beta 17. You may want to use 16. I think this has got better facilities for green screens and stuff. But if you're just this video is just for people with drones, so we're not interested. So there's some projects that I've done. Untitled project there, or you can come down here, new project. I normally just go new project. Let's just call it drone, shall we? With a Y. Let's try and move the camera in a little bit more. I'm not sure how well you're picking this up. It should be fine. Right, let's create the project. No clips in media pool. Nothing here at all. Automatically, we've come down to it opens up on cut. First of all, cog on the bottom right corner here. Let's click on that and just check the settings of what we want. So it's master settings. All I ever play about with the master settings, 1920 by 1080, which is 1080p. So for 1920, 1080p processing, so it's not 4K. 24 frames per second, which is in the UK is pretty standard, I suppose. So I'll click, that'll do me. I've not altered anything, so I'll just close that down, cancel. If you alter anything, you might want to change to 30 frames per second. Then it's got save down on the bottom right corner. Click save. I'll stick on for 24 for now. Right, there's no clips in media pool. We need to go down to media on the left here. Yeah. Click on media. Top left. You can just see that. Standard tree file structure. Look for your drive. So mine's on the desktop. So come down, users. Users here. That's me there, John. Double click, come down desktop, double click on desktop. There's my folder, drone 1. That's my footage. if it's not showing them photographs separately, there's a way of opening them up. Now, where was it? Yeah. If these JPEGs are stacked on top of each other, they're not individual photographs, click the 3 dots here. And it says click show individual frames. If I've unclicked it, now they're on top of each other, it thinks it's some sort of movie clip. So you want this, if you've got all your photographs, so these are MP4s, this is a JPEG. There's 2 JPEGs there, there's a stack of them on top of each other. So click up here, if you're not seeing all your photographs, your stills, click on the 3 dots, click down, click show individual frames. So now you've got your 2 images. Select, select, select. Obviously standard PC procedure. Click, shift, 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 shift to get the lot, or left click, drag, selected the lot. Left click, hold down, drag onto here, let go. Boom, they're here. I just noticed that I missed out my music track, so I've minimised the software, gone back into my folder and dragged in a music track that I've got off from YouTube. A copyright free music track there, so that will show up as music. So I want that now on this timeline as well. So I'll just left click that one track and drag that down, let go. So now we contain 3 MP4s, 2 JPEGs, 1 music track. So we're on about, we're interested in media, edit, deliver. I have played with colour, Fusion and Fairlight through other tutorials on YouTube, but this is just basics to get you going. So our next step now is edit. So I click on edit. Master, and media's here. I've got effects open there, effects library switched on. If you look at the top there, effects library, just click that. So you've got some effects here you can use for titles, etc. So we've grabbed our clip, we've left clicked our first clip onto the timeline here. Now if I press the space bar, that will play. So spacebar plays that clip, and you'll see that clip moving along there, your timeline. Spacebar stops that clip. Start, stop. We've got nothing here at the moment. This is our clips, the clip window. This is our main window. We've got nothing on the timeline yet, so there's nothing showing here. So, typical GoPro. Now, typical drone. If I say GoPro, I mean, it doesn't really matter where the footage is from. So if I go back to the beginning, standard controls here, play control, so I can play with that. I can play that as well. So I don't like that jerk at the beginning, so I'm gonna get rid of that. So I'll stop then. It's just starting to zoom in. That's the piece I want. So I click I, the I, letter I, and it'll now mark it. That's in, I for in. Press the space bar. It's moving in. The footage is moving. So that clip there, I want. You don't have to stop it. You can just press I, in, O, out. I, O, easy. So I can literally press O, and it's now made a mark. It's marked that clip. If that was a normal clip out of a camera with video and sound, when you put your mouse on there, you have an option. You have an option for, you put the mouse on the clip, you grab the footage and the audio. If it had sound, you get an option there, footage or audio only. With this drone footage, there's no sound. So I want that little clip there. So it's this clip here. So I left click, drag it down onto the timeline to the beginning, drag it over to the beginning. Now you'll see it here. Click on that. The space bar operates that. Click on here, my main timeline, or here. Or here, you'll see this lit up here. My space bar will now control that, which is my main actual timeline. That's the footage we're exporting. Zooming out here, basic controls. plus and minus, zoom in, zoom out. You can drag this timeline anywhere you want. Now this main timeline, I edit it here. If I've decided now I don't want this piece here, I can click I to mark it, O to mark it. To get rid of those, Alt O, Alt I. If I want to cut a little piece out, what I quite often do, drag left click that, drag it along. Let's suppose I want that section gone. I'm on the pointer here. Use this little blade, hacksaw blade, down there, click on the line, drag it along. I've still got the blade up, click on the line. Now I've not made any, I've made some cuts, but I've not got rid of the footage. But I want to get rid of that piece. Now I can left click now, still keeping the blade active, left click now. If I just click delete, it does what's called a ripple delete. It will shift everything up, which is probably what you want to always use. I can click the arrow, it makes no difference, or stay on the razor blade. But either way, I can right click, and I've got ripple delete, or delete selected. Ripple delete is a standard one. I can do ripple delete, or I can just click on that and click, I've cut that now, let's get edit, undo. Right, let's get rid of that piece there. So I just press delete, that's the ripple delete, that will shoot up. It's moved up. Same for audio, but there's no audio on these clips because it's for... Little tip at the end here, if you want to fade that to black, if I play that, it's just stopped, no text. If I go to the end, drag it, that will fade out. Play it. Let's shoot back to beginning. Click that, it'll go to each cut. Right, that's one clip done. Let's add another clip. Right. Now let's have another clip. So we'll drag this piece of footage here. We can't drag it on here, we'll drag it onto here to edit it. There. We'll play it. There. We'll stop it. Where should I stop? Let's go back a bit. Hang on, let's go back. We'll play it. Stop. I. Play it with the tab bar. Stop. O. It's going to take that clip. Left click. Drag to the end of this. I'll put it there for now. Let's just drag this back up. I'm just dragging it back. I don't want it dark there at the moment. So let's just drag this one over. Now these pieces now on this main timeline. So I'll click and play the main timeline. If you watch, I'll go from one clip straight onto another clip to the end. We've got no sound idea. Let's put a transition between these two clips. Effects library here is switched on. Again, I'm no expert, it's a rough and ready. We've got titles here. Transitions, video transitions, audio transitions, titles. Video transition. I don't know where that's highlighted. I think that's just because I use it a lot. I'm going to left click on this one. In actual fact, on beta 17, you can actually see a sample of what it's doing. So I'm going to go, let's just click this one, left click, drag it over, drop it on, let go. And that's standard. Now just let me show you that. We're watching here now, and watch here. Press tab bar. That's my fault. Not, now you'll see the transition there. It looks a bit glitchy on the PC, depending on what PC you've got. You can extend this transition by putting your mouse on it and making it bigger, longer and shorter. Done, that's the transition. Let's do a fade out. Let's go back to beginning. Let's hit space bar. Let's play it. Now we're going to transition from one piece to the other. There we go. Right, now let's add, should we add some music? Audio, because this is just sound. It's a bit, this is just straight out of the drone, so it's no sound, as I said. If it had sound, you'd get an option here to drag just sound, just the clip, or both. Audio, we'll drag this audio clip straight down onto the timeline. To the left. Done. Mile was too long. Now let's play it. Let's go back. You see I'm clicking there. Let's play it. It will keep playing to the end of the audio clip. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag. I'll leave the audio there for now. We won't play about with that. It's already got a fade in, so we won't play about it. Leave the audio there. Let's drag. You'll see now we're creating a timeline up here as well. Let's drag one more piece of MP4 footage from there onto there. Let go. Now we're on here now. So if I click spacebar. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to drag that back. Left click, drag back. There's not a lot happening here. It's a bit laggy, my PC. Let's have a look. Right, I'll tell you what I'll take from that piece there, I. That piece there, O. I'm taking that little piece there, so it's going to take that snippet, drag that there to the end. Now, if I want to, I can press I. Wrong timeline, sorry. If you make a mistake, which I did, I only discovered this the other day. Now I'm on the main timeline. We don't really want this here because you could end up rendering just one piece, not the whole video. So to get rid of that, just click Alt, I, Alt. Sorry, you need to click on here. Alt I. You make sure you're on the right timeline. If you click I, you got to click the Alt I. Get rid of it. I don't really use that. I normally use this. Now I'm back up here. You can take any section from that clip. So I can go I, tab, O. I'll have that section as well. You can drag this about. Now if you look, I'm on, make sure that's lit up. I'm on this one and I can put the I there now. I can move that along like that and I can put the O there, in, out, in, out. In, out, shake it away and drop a clip there. Right. Let's just play, so let's go on to here now. A bit laggy. Stop there. Right. Let's add a photograph. Let's drag this up. So the line, that line there is there on the main timeline. Let's get a photograph, one of our JPEGs. Drag that there. Now I can drop that into there by using this. I think it's this one here. Insert clip. If I press that, that'll go there. It should do anyway. Maybe it's not. Yep, it has. Dropped it in there, look. Now, for some reason, it split the audio. We'll drag the audio up. Now, if I play it, now we're on this timeline now because this is lit up. So we'll do the video footage. It's gone blank there. We'll sort that in a minute. Photograph. It's the wrong size, but we can alter that. Now, stop there. Now, if we want, we can drag this up. Photograph. Right, let's make that photograph fit our timeline. On the photograph, click on there, inspector. There's a photograph. Here's a timeline with the black. Again, it's very basics. I'm going to click zoom. I can zoom that onto the X straight in like that. Click on inspect. I can move it about in the X if I wanted to. But basically, I'm covering all the border with timeline 1. Click on inspector again. Come out of that. We're back to our 2 windows. Now let's wind back. Now let's play it. The photograph is now filling the full screen. So when we publish this out, I hope this video is going to be of some help to some of you. It's real basic stuff, but once you discover the in out buttons and a few other bits, you're up and running. I'm going to call that a day now, so I'm going to cut that off there. So I'm come to the end of the video. I'm going to get my razor blade. I'm going to come down to the end. Now I've got snap switched on, the magnet. So you just get near the line and it will cut it. Okay, that's cut. Pointer arrow, click on there. I'm just going to hit delete. That's the end. So now if I play that clip with the sound, there we go. It's going to stop abruptly, that sound. Bit abrupt for me. Now again, real basic sound editing. Click on the end. Hopefully you can see what's over. Click on there. You got some waves. Oops. You can alter that one if you want. But let's just click on that one. Drag it right back. That sound should fade out. Drag it back again. You'll hear the sound fade. Want this picture to fade out? Simple. Drag that back like that. Back again, play it. Go on. Right, let's go to the beginning. I'm going to get rid of this, by the way. I don't want that fading like that. Bring it back up. Let's put some transitions on there. So I think you can just do a transition. Let's grab this one. You can just grab it and put it over the top there like that. Let go. Let's go forward. Put a transition there. Let's play it. That's a transition. It faded from one to the other. Let's whack a transition here. I quite like a push one. If you're going from one scene to another, I think there's one called push. Motion, push. I quite like push. I've used that a few times before, like that. So if we go back, you shouldn't use a load of different transitions. You can have too much of a good thing, can't you? No transition there. We should transition. Now we've got a push. I think it pushes it to the left or pushes it to the right. There you go. Boom. Let's stop that. So spacebar, IO, basic editing. Let's minimise it. Grab our line, go straight to the beginning. We can go to the end using this button. Boom, boom, boom. If you want to use do some detailed editing, use the zoom controls. I did a video the other day of me talking to a guy down my little garden shed, and you can zoom right in and see the audio where it start and stop the audio, and zoom back out. Again, magnet on. If you have trouble use snapping on and off. Pointer control and the razor blade are the ones you need. So let's go back to the beginning of the video. We haven't saved this project yet, have we, for ages? File, save project. Keep saving it on a regular basis. If you flick about, it tends to crash sometimes. Depends on your PC power. Let's add a basic title at the beginning here, shall we? So I'm right at the beginning. Don't be fooled. It's showing that because it's the last clip we had. It's the last video. It's the last photograph we dragged in. I mean, we can drag in that. But this is actual footage we're going to output. So let's just do welcome. Audio transitions, I don't use them much. Titles, click on titles over here on the left. I'm not sure, some of these are built in, some I've bought add-ons. Let's just do on beta 17, or if you're American beta, but on beta 17 you can sort of move your cursor across and it does show it, but let's just do scroll title. Let's do a scroll title. Let's just do a scroll title over the top. You can do it over the top of the video, which obviously will cover it, or you go up another video line there. Now if we play that, scroll title, up it goes. We can cut this, we can drag and drop it shorter, you can move it about, okay? So it's highlighted. So if we want to edit the text, just go Inspector, hello and welcome. You can alter the colours, fonts. Let's just alter the colour. Make it sharp a little bit. Right, there we go. Click on inspector to get rid of it and you're back to your double timeline again. You always need to remember that. I don't use the mixer much, that's for the sound mixing metadata, no idea what that does. So there we go, we're back. So we're on this timeline. Click, 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 back, let's play it. I'll go to that will do us for that title. It's not brilliant, so I wouldn't probably use that myself. Let's go to the end, play to the end. I think basically there you have it, the basic edits, in, out, cuts, title, fading, transitions. I'm at the very end now. I want a title here, so I'm going to drag this up. I'm going to put a title, a goodbye message here, and I'm going to put a little message about subscribing. So I come down to my titles. Again, you get these by clicking the effects library. So Fusion titles, I'm assuming they're built-in ones. Background reveal, they're pretty, some of these are over the top really. You don't need to, try and keep it simple, clean and simple. Clean and simple heading. So I put that one on there, clean, oh, I'm not sure, sample text. I might put, lower thirds. Things with a lot of lower thirds. If you publish it on YouTube, you want to try and keep the bottom clear really. Digital glitz, a bit too fancy. Let's just have a background. No, stick to basic text I think. Lower left third, middle lower third, right lower third. I'm just going to have a basic text or text plus. I don't know what text plus is. I'll just do text plus I think. Drag that on like that, and it's miles too long, so I'm going to drag that up. Again, you can cut that. I'm going to click on that, go to the inspector at the top, and I'm going to just go thank you for watching. Please, can't spell. It's a bit awkward with a tripod between your legs. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if this has can't really type it anyway. Will that do? Yeah, so if we play that, get rid of that inspector a minute, see what we got. We watch the title. You can't see it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if this has helped in any way. Bit long-winded. Click on it. Click inspector. Let's get rid of that. Delete that. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Life with John. What I'll do, I'll go like that. I'll make that. I think I'll do that. Shall I do that red as well? Nice and bright. What I can do is drag that up like that. Drag it along. I'll click save because my PC's getting a bit laggy. So I'll go back. Drag it back, hope it catches up. Right, come out of that inspector, let's go back right to the beginning. Again, these controls run that, these controls run that, that's the clip, that's the main timeline. So we're shooting back. I think F9, I might be wrong, is F9 full frame, full screen? Oh, hello, I've done something wrong there, haven't I? Edit undo. Shift F. Right, so if we play this timeline, ain't there, is it? Ah, Control F. There you go. Look at that picture, it's lovely. That's like the Mini 1, that is. Still photograph. It still looks good, that shot. Transition across, just basic editing. So how do we get out of that? Escape? Yeah, so full screen. Let's do it again, right from the beginning. Right to the beginning. Right, so we go, what was it again? Control left, Control left. Right at the beginning. We could put the title right at the beginning if we wanted to, so yeah, let's put the title right at the beginning, I think. So click on the title, drag it up. It's not the best title in the world, but I'm just example. Control F. I mean, I wouldn't use that title. It's we're just experimenting, aren't we? So let's click the tab. Space bar. It's a bit laggy, but it'll be all right when we publish. Transition into to the football pitch. Transition down. Fade into the other still photograph. Push. Transition down. There you go. That'll do me. Right. So basically, someone on my Facebook group asked me how to do basic edits, and that's it. So we've used media input. We've used edit. Now let's do deliver. This is 1080p. So we click on. I'm going to save it first. File, save project. I'm going to go on to deliver tab at the bottom right hand corner. Right. Pick any one of these you want. Make sure you've got entire timeline rendered, because if you was on the wrong timeline and you did the I had this the other day. I wasn't on my clip. I was on the main timeline. I had I and O switched on, so it just rendered a clip. It didn't render the entire timeline. So when you're back into let's go back a minute and show you. When you're back here, make sure when you're on here, you haven't got an I or O there. If you have, you press Alt I, Alt O to get rid of them. So this is the timeline you're publishing. But then when you go to deliver, I don't mean to complicate things. When you go to deliver, make sure entire timeline is going to be rendered. Although I'm getting a bit clever now. I have rendered little clips now, so I'm getting clever. Right, so let's go on to YouTube. It's on 1080p already, so I'm going to leave it at that. Untitled. Let's just put Droney with a Y. I don't know how you spell it. EY. Location. I'm going to leave location. If you leave location, I think it saves it in the place where it got it from. Not sure. Not 100% sure. I think lately I've been leaving it blank, and I think it saves it into the folder where these are from. If you wanted to put it into a different location, I think you'd use that. But let's just save it back to the desktop. So the resolution is always 1920 by 1080. That's what we started out with. That's why we set a timeline in the cog, bottom right hand corner. The frame rate is 24. Again, you can play about with that. So that's basically it. So what we do now, we've got no jobs in queue. What I discovered the other day was I rendered some clips, and I had them queued up in the same timeline. A clip there, clip there, clip there. Part 1, part 2, part 3. This is only short. I don't know what that one's there, so it's 25 seconds or something. So it doesn't matter where we are on this timeline. We've done our filtering our bits here. We've got our 1080 YouTube settings. You can do custom, you can do YouTube, you can drop it down. 1080, you can 2160, 720, 1080. Lately I've been doing a lot of, I've done a couple of 4K videos, but lately the process, they've got to keep them short because the processor's a bit naff with my internet, and YouTube is a bit slow. So 1080 would do us for now. Again, if you did 4K or 2.7, look it up, the resolution. Change the settings down here first of all before you start your project. Change the settings and use frame rate right at the beginning of the project, and off you go from there. So let's render this out. So we're ready to just basically add to render queue. Click add to render queue. Oh no, sorry, look, it's showing you where we go. I lied. Desktop. So it's because you haven't put in a browser, you haven't browsed for location, it's asking for your location. So go to desktop. I'm going to go back where we were, drone 1. Double click drone 1. Drone. It's going to save it there. Save. It's now in the render queue. You can delete it. Literally, I'll just click render all. Render all. It will now flick through. Render the clips. What I'll do, the video that I'm doing right now, speaking to you guys and girls, I'll output, and I'll create an output and upload that to YouTube. The matching clip we've just done, I'll do the same. I'll put that on YouTube. That's rendered that really quick. It was only a short clip. Completed in, what, 28 seconds? That's done. Let's shut that down. It's finished. So that basically is it. DaVinci Resolve 16, 17, whatever version you're playing about with. A real basic edit. Someone on Facebook asked me to do a quick tutorial. That's it. That should get you by. I don't see any reason why not. If it doesn't, drop some questions in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do. I'm no expert, just picking it up as I'm going along, really, using other YouTube videos. But that's your real basic editing, bit of video, some transitions, some music added, and delivering it, which is publishing it basically. I know I'm going to upload that to YouTube. Thank you for watching. I hope it's helped. Like, subscribe.